Hello, nieces and nephews. This is your Uncle Bill, and it's week 15, year 2021, and we're just having fun. This is the Uncle Bill Variety Channel. Why should you join the Uncle Bill Variety Channel? This is cooking week because we cook, we camp, we critique, we create, and we climb. Climb is metaphorical for physical activity. The advantage of joining this channel is you're all my nieces and nephews. All you got to do is subscribe down below, and just that easy. Doesn't cost you anything. Also, Uncle Bill is what's called an unniched channel. We do 6 things. We do 7 things. We do as many as you guys want things. Also, if you're a type of person that gets bored of the same thing every week, week in, week out, this is the perfect channel for you. So subscribe, have fun. I'm going to get into what we're going to do this week. Stay tuned. It's going to be all sorts of fun. We are doing air fryer this week. I just got a new air fryer. It takes about 5 quarts. I just cooked a chicken in it the other day. I've cooked fries were the first thing, because air fryer, you gotta do fries. Tried it out. And the advantage of coming live on Mondays is Uncle Bill shares 5 crazy things from his house, from his kitchen. Because we're doing cooking, I might as well do it from the kitchen. Now, this is a regular sponge. I have already shared this in a prior video. This is a potato cutter for making French fries. Works great. What does this have to do with that sponge? Well, potatoes aren't square. French fries have nice square edges to them, though. And the tips of the potatoes don't have squares. I figured, and where is the other one? Oh, there it is. I figured, well, why not take this and make it so that I can stand a potato on its end and then just smush down. So I put a little hole in it, and it works. Also, cooking sweet potatoes. I thought cooking sweet potatoes would be a cool thing to do. A little word, hint to the wise for sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are a lot harder than russet potatoes. If you do sweet potatoes in one of these, make sure to cut your sweet potatoes so that they're only taking up about this much of the potato slicer, because otherwise you might break this thing. They are hard. They're almost as hard as carrots, for crying out loud. And the nice thing about getting an air fryer is you can get air fryer attachments. This is a silicone mat, which you use instead of the fancy paper, parchment paper that you put in the bottom of the air fryer to keep food from sticking. One thing that I'm kind of a little curious about, and I'm going to be doing some testing because I've already been testing the air fryer. I'm going to shoot for a Friday video at least, and maybe some other ones throughout the week with the air fryer, just quick little videos, because with an air fryer, that's why we do it. It's quick and it's easy. And the other thing is it gets your crispy. Get your crispy on, whatever you want to call it. It's good to have crispy fries. So here's the silicone and I think that the base basket, actually, it helps to have contact straight with the potato, not with this thing on the mat. I cooked a piece of chicken and some fries the other day, and the fries weren't cooked as well as I'd like. And I cooked them for a shorter period of time too, because I was using the preset on there. I have the Insky air fryer, it doesn't really matter which one you get. A little hint for the wise, or word to the wise: when you get anything, any device for this matter, read all of the reviews. And the more expensive it is, the more reviews you read. And here's even a pro tip on reading reviews. When you read a review that resonates with you and it really looks very professionally done, go see if you can find the reviewers' reviews and their page on Amazon. It helps. For example, Uncle Bill, I do a lot of reviews under my name, Bill Dube. And if you see one of my reviews, you can click, you can go to my page, you can find out that I'm a legitimate reviewer. However, there are other people that will give 1-star reviews and 5-star reviews. And they specialize on that. So you want to make sure that the people that you're listening to that give just nothing but 5-star reviews or nothing but 1-star reviews, you're deciding either not to buy a product or to buy a product, and it just makes sense. Go check out the reviews. I'm really excited about checking out some of these recipes. Fried chicken. Oh, I haven't had fried chicken in so long. I wonder if it's going to taste anything like Colonel Sanders. Although I do know the secret to Colonel Sanders. The chicken is pressure cooked before it is fried. And I do have several pressure cookers. Not only that, I have an Instapot that I could Instapot the chicken in beforehand to pre-cook it and then air fry it. Why did I not get the air fryer lid? It was because one of the 1-star reviews on the air fryer lid. A person got the air fryer lid. They were very happy with the air fryer lid. However, when they went back to use the Instapot after using the air fryer lid, they found that the air fryer lid had destroyed their Instapot. In other words, the controls no longer worked on the Instapot. I'm not sure if this was an isolated incident, but I didn't want to gamble on that. Not only that, by having both the Instapot and the air fryer, I can cook twice as much at the same time. I haven't tried these yet. Let's see, what have I tried? Oh, this I did try. This chicken, oh, that looks so yummy. Now, I did it a little different than the recipe. I didn't use any of their spices. I used all my own spices. And my favorite spice of all time is the Montreal steak seasoning spice you get from Costco. That thing is to die for. You have to make sure to be careful to not oversalt your food with it. Perfect blend of salt, pepper, garlic, and a few other spices. Grilled cheese. I can do a grilled cheese in my air fryer. I could even make the bread first and then do the grilled cheese. Lots of foods to do. Oh, I haven't shared my tools from my kitchen. I'm so excited about the air fryer. Oh man, can't wait. None of these tools I'm going to show you right now cost more than $1. And why is that? They all come from the Dollar Tree. Also, a nice thing about these tools is you can use them all in your air fryer. Well, not this one particularly. This is a soup ladle. It's just a nice fit into a small bowl. This spoon I've been using every day. It works great in my nonstick 2-quart sauce pan, bowl, whatever you want to call it, but it's what I make my morning grits in. And this does not scratch. And if you want, it's small enough to use as a spoon. Hi, Bridget. How are you doing today? You know, you got mail over here. I will talk to you after the broadcast about your mail. And then this one only cost $1. This is a knife from I haven't used it much, and it doesn't have too sharp of an edge, but it would cut an apple. This is from the Dollar Tree also. Silicone handle, plastic scabbard. Always nice to have a little scabbard on your knives. Oops, I lied. I can't remember where I got these from, but these aren't from the Dollar Tree. These are special measuring spoons, and the cool thing about them is if you're scooping something out, you can actually push it out using the silicone on the bottom. Hi, Andrew. How are you doing today? Andrew, I got my air fryer. It is wild. I'm going to be doing all sorts of air fryer this week. I've already air fried chicken. I've air fried potatoes. I've air fried sweet potatoes. I'm trying all sorts of new recipes, mostly making up recipes of my own because I like to do things a little different than other people. Now, another one you can get at the Dollar Tree. Andrew, do you have a Dollar Tree? Have they expanded into England? I'm kind of curious because there's all sorts of things you can get at the Dollar Tree. It's great. This one right here will be able to be used on the air fryer. Now, the air fryer has nonstick on it. And if you guys want, I'll even go get the air fryer. That would take a little bit of, because it's pretty big, but I'll go get it if you want. And then a spatula. Each one of those is $1 from the Dollar Tree. And I use the spoon the most. Not related to cooking at all, but I use Superfeet. I've been using Superfeet for well over 5 years. A couple of years ago, Superfeet changed their design. I forgot totally that they've changed their design. And then this year, I was going to get some more orthotics for because I found Uncle Bill does not want to wear a pair of shoes without orthotics in them because it damages my feet, literally. I was looking for the Superfeet, and they literally cost as much as I paid for the shoes. So these ones here, they're called Walk Heroes. If you see them on Amazon, they are basically what I would call what Superfeet were 5 years ago, molded to the same design as your foot. Whereas the Superfeet now are two separate pieces and they actually squeak, whereas these things don't even squeak. I bought the Walk Heroes for, I could buy 3 pairs for less than it would cost me to buy 1 pair of Superfeet. That was a no-brainer. Easy. All right, we got Andrew, we got Bridget, we got me. It's a party. Andrew, here's the recipe book. Look how simple these recipes are. It came with my air fryer. I also got, to go with my air fryer, some cool little things from Amazon. This is a little grill thing to hold things up. Comes with skewers. I haven't even opened it. These packages literally came right before I got here, or right before you got here, actually. And this, I don't know why they sell this, because this would actually scratch, of all, one thing out of the whole batch I didn't like was this. It's a nice thing of tongs for a barbecue grill, but not for an air fryer. One thing I've been reading about air fryers is about people scratching them and not being happy with the nonstick and everything else. Here's my deep dish pizza pan. Want to cook some eggs? You can cook them in the air fryer. Put the eggs in, put the top on, put it in, cook them up. Yum. And then this was actually marketed as a cake pan. I guess you take the whole box cake and throw it in there. I have yet to do all this. This is going to be a blast. Silicone pad. And one other thing that I don't know how much I'm going to would recommend this or not, because the a lot of recipes for air fryers call for parchment papers. Silicone pads are acceptable replacements for parchment papers. However, I don't recommend yet using these when you're making fries. I have a feeling that this was the reason why my fries, my second or third or fourth batch of fries, I can't remember how many batches I've done already, because I love this thing. I've been going crazy with it. Now, let's see if we got any questions. Bridget, you know, I can't see as well with these glasses. There we go. No, I still can't see well. I have the same. Oh, you got one? So you have an air fryer. Or, oh, Super Feet. I can't remember which. There's 3 of us. And does everybody want to see the air fryer, or you pretty much know what one looks like? Mine is manufactured by Insky. It's the 4.8 quart one. No, I was talking about Super Feet. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The new Super Feet, I don't like the design. The old Super Feet, I really like the design. I don't know if it was 3 or 4 years ago, they designed a 2-piece design. Now, these Walk Heroes, Andrew, if you can find them, check them out, because they wanted close to $60 for the Super Feet. I paid less than $15 for these, each pair. Where did you buy the air fryer? I bought it from the American site, and it's the Insky. The thing that I used for determining, here, I'll bring it in just a second. Wait a half minute, talk between yourselves. Ta-da! Here it is, the Insky air fryer. Dun, dun, dun. Now, one thing that I would like to caution you all about: when you're done air frying, you worry about, well, first off, you do not take your hot air fryer, this part, the basket, don't take that and instantly throw it into the dishwater or into your washing dishwasher. Yeah, dishwasher. That's I can't think right now. Anyways, you don't want to put cold water on hot metal, because it'll help age your nonstick. They said hand washing will make this last longer. It doesn't matter. I don't have a washing machine for dishes. And don't make the mistake I did and order a whole bunch of extra stuff. This, as you can see, is the second one. That what happened was I ordered this, and then I found the thing with the eggs and everything else, and it was about the same price as what I paid for this. So I bought another one. These are the silicone pads are probably one of the best investments. These cost a little bit more than the parchment paper and will outlast parchment paper because parchment paper is a one go and throw. With this air fryer, one thing that I want to caution you on is leave the pan all the way in. Not have, I mean, logic said to me, oh, I'll just take it and pull the pan halfway out so that it will cool better, you know, so that it's not inside of here. So I put it up and figured that I could go get away with it like that and have it on the counter. Wouldn't you know it, Andrew? Brand new frying pan. Flip, came out, smacked on the ground, bent this thing a little bit, and I was not a very happy camper. Bridget was on the phone with me at the time. I didn't have any explicatives, but I was pretty upset. Now, there's a little button release. Here's the button right there. And what that button release does is it releases out this part so that it's easier to handle. If you have tile counters or something like that, it's probably easier to do it on that. What I do is I just use a wooden cutting board. But this is just such a blast, a lot of fun. The recipes are pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, I'll even, well, I can't do that because that would, let me see if I can find a outlet so I can show you what the lights look like on this thing. Uncle Bill's Workshop. I'm searching for a power cord right now. Well, that looks like the end of one, maybe. Yeah, there we go. All right. Try not to blow a fuse. This is what it looks like with the, that's just the power button. And then the menu, it's pretty self-explanatory. The little thing that has the snowflake is a defrost, and then all the way over to the other side is the preheat and timer and all sorts of fun things. And I've really enjoyed the living tar out of this. If there's anything that you guys are, hey Matt, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. And what we're doing this week is Cook Week. I also went over the advantages of subscribing to Uncle Bill this week today. I hadn't done that yet, and I'm thinking of changing out the welcome video. It's about time for the chicken to be replaced with Uncle Bill. And basically saying about the fact that this is an unniched channel. We deal with 5 topics most of the time, but we're willing to go anywhere anybody else does. Andrew, Matt, actually, Matt, you're in England too, aren't you? Or are you in Ireland? I can't remember which, but Matt has this camera that is to die for. It's a 6K Black Magic. You could probably tell us more about it than I know, Matt. All I know is when I saw it, I went, ooh. Right now, I'm filming on a Logitech HD webcam, and I'm using a Movo VXR microphone because I found it's a lot nicer to not have to worry about hitting anything. So that's been pretty fun. Belfast, Ireland. Yeah. Okay. I remember you're in the, it cost me as much as my first child. Yes, I can believe it. That's amazing camera. Well, let's see. Have I covered everything? I'm up for questions. Anybody? I'm definitely gonna do French fries. I mean, you can't have an air fryer without showing people how to do French fries in them. And it's amazing how much simpler and easy it is to do French fries. And I don't have to worry about getting rid of oil afterwards or even storing oil, because it takes a whopping 2 tablespoons of oil to coat all of your French fries, and they come out nice and crispy. I like it. How to wash microfiber towels. Okay, the easiest way to wash microfiber towels is you do not use fabric softener and use just regular detergent. You throw them in the machine. You do them on cold. If you want, you can do them on hot. I don't even put them in a dryer afterwards. I just hang dry everything. As a matter of fact, I hang dry just about everything everywhere. I did that for 2 reasons. One is Uncle Bill likes to save money. And 2, the gas and electric company red flagged my dryer because I don't have my piping going to the outside. And I do run it every once in a while, but it is red flagged, supposedly. Not that they've ever checked again. Matt, what's your next project going to be? Man, it's too bad that you don't live close to me. You could get some great pictures of those French fries in 6K. I know that's like, using a Ferrari to take your kid to school? Couldn't think of a better analogy right now. I don't have one question here. Oh, good. Decide. Although I have to, as Bridget will attest, I'm not good at catching everything. All right, Andrew, where did you buy the air fryer? Air fryer, I bought it on Amazon, and I got it with a $20 coupon, and it cost me a little over $85 after everything was said and done. It's a 4.8 air fryer. Like I said earlier, the important thing, I would read all the 5 stars, read all the 1 stars, read all the ones in between. The more it hurts your wallet, the more reviews to read. And when you get on the reviews that you think are worthwhile, ones that say, this is the best thing since peanut butter, you want to go and then check the reviewer to make sure that the reviewer is a legitimate reviewer. Joined late, serious. Seems that you are reviewing. Actually, I'm not reviewing the air fryer. This is my introduction to cooking week. And if you have a topic of cooking, none of my stuff is in the can. As a matter of fact, it's all up here in my brain right now. So I haven't shot any footage or anything. The air fryer looks like it's a good subject for footage this week. But if somebody has something more entertaining, I'll consider doing it. I do all sorts of cooking videos too. I've cooked milkshakes, well, as if you're cooking a milkshake, but baking. I've done bread. I basically, I'm kind of like Andrew's simple cooking, except not quite as refined. More like Uncle Bill style of cooking. So anyways, it's not I'm just excited about the air fryer. I've had it less than a week. I've already learned that you take this basket, and that basket in the bottom, you want to make sure it's all the way in or all the way out. Never leave it halfway in thinking that, it's going to, after I did my first load of fries, I think it might have even been on the first load of fries. I was talking to Bridget on the phone. I had already emptied out all the food, and I wanted to let everything cool down before cleaning it, because one of the reviews that you'll see on almost every air fryer, and I haven't seen a totally stainless steel uncoated air fryer yet. That would be key. If you could get one of those with all of the insides made out of stainless, I would jump on it. A lot of times people will comment about how the nonstick comes off. Well, there's two ways to take the nonstick off by accident. One is to put your pan hot into cold water, or even any water really after that. So you want to let it cool down to room temperature before cleaning it. And the other way is, even those plastic scrubbers will take off the nonstick. So don't you just use a sponge. I've found that everything just kind of comes right off. And that's my experience with air fryers so far. Oh yeah, halfway in, halfway out. I didn't even finish the story. Sorry. I had it halfway in because my brain said, oh, it'll cool down quicker. Well, what I didn't realize was that the thing's front weighted, and it literally slipped out of the air fryer, flopped off, went on the ground, bent the fryer basket a little bit. Luckily, I was able to bend it back. I was not happy because here at my brand new fryer, I'm already putting a dent in it. And there is a little dent on the door too. I haven't seen any of your cooking shows. Well, I do have a whole bunch of cooking on there because I cook, I camp, I create, I critique, and I climb. Climb is metaphorical for physical activity. Every week I rotate. And that is because I get bored easily. My niche actually is people that get bored easily. Unfortunately, those people a lot of times will jump on my video and they'll watch it for a minute and a half and then they're bored and they leave. So that's that. And yes, I have a good eye. I also have another channel which is soon to be released. I might as well announce it now because that'll put more pressure. I'll get it done. This week hey, Windows just finished up. No, I don't. I want to dismiss whatever that is. Sorry for the interruption. This week, I'm going to release another channel that is totally niched. And what it is, it's called Thumbnail Hacks. It's Uncle Bill's Thumbnail Hacks, but I'm also going to highlight everyone else's thumbnail hacks. I don't really care if I get the views for me or I'm doing it for other people. It's more of an education for other people how to do thumbnails. As we all know, you do your thumbnail, you do your topic, and you do your presentation, and that's the three things for getting the click and stick. I'm working on my presentation. I think I have a pretty good thumbnail now. Yeah, I haven't seen any 5 C's. Yes, that's exactly it. That's the 5 C's. And Andrew, I think you have great thumbnails. I'll take a look and see what I can do. Is it okay if I use a couple of yours for an example? I figure I'll ask for permission first, even though by YouTube, we can always go into other people's channels and use little snippets. What's it called? Right of use or something like that. I can't even remember what it is, but so you don't get hit with a copyright strike. Yes, Bridget, sweet potato fries are easy to do. As a matter of fact, one thing that if you do get an air fryer, I'm going to give you a heads up right now. Sweet potato fries take a lot less time than regular potato fries. I would probably back off whatever time they have for regular fries and back it off by anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. And it's surprising with the air fryers, they actually take a lot more time than I had expected. I mean, the quickest cooker on the planet still is the microwave oven. And I am surprised that they don't have, although that'll probably be next. Actually, I think I've seen it. They have microwaves, I think, with what's it? It's not called air fryers. It's the convection oven. I think they might have a combo microwave convection, but what would really wow and zow everybody is take a microwave and add in an air fryer utility to the microwave, because then you could, and in a microwave, if you're baking a potato, it takes 3 minutes. If you do the same baked potato in a pressure cooker, they advertise it at 8 minutes, but that 8 minutes is actually, once it gets up to pressure, it might take anywhere from 4 to 5 minutes to get up to pressure. So there's that, and then you have to, break the seal and go for it. Okay, Andrew, I haven't been taking notes. I'm gonna take some notes right now because I owe Andrew some thumbnail critiques. And what I'll do, Andrew, is I will also, if you want, Andrew, you have my email. You can email me some thumbnails, and then I will see if there's anything I can do to them to make them any more presentable. But just the fact that you have such great pictures of your food, and your channel is rocking. I mean, over 3,000 subscribers. I mean, you were behind me when you started, and you're way past my the advantage of a niched channel. And Matt, that goes out to you too. If you want any help with thumbnails, I do know a little bit about thumbnails. I've been on YouTube since 2009. Now, that said, I've only been working with thumbnails for about the last 2 years, and really seriously only for the last 8 months. And it all helped when my buddy Pat Flynn said, well, you really could work on your thumbnails. And here I thought they were good already. Everybody has a different approach to thumbnails. You'll notice that, like, say, what Mr. Beast used might not work for other people. That would be amazing. I will definitely giving you feedback up on my thumbs. Okay, I will. Okay, I'll add you to the list. Matt, all you have to do if you want to actually email me is take my name, reverse it, and then put gmail.com at the end. So it's dubebill@gmail.com. And why do I not worry about everybody in the world? Actually, I just got 2 new emails too. I got one for thumbnail hacks. So there's thumbnailhacks@gmail.com, and UncleBillDube@gmail.com is now an official email address. So you could email me at any of those. Well, thumbnail hacks, that one too. I am still in the learning process, learning new things every day. And Matt, one of the things that I could learn from you is there a way, because I did a Google search, and I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to pull off what my camera settings were on a video off my camera. Because I've been shooting in full auto, even though all of the movie producers like Gene Nagata, I think he'd roll over. Well, he isn't dead, so he might gag on himself finding out that there's so many of us that shoot in full auto, because he is a big advocate of shooting on full manual. However, when you're a you're just doing it all by yourself, full auto makes more sense, I think, for being on camera. All right. Have I missed anybody's question? Just feel free to add it in there if you're, and we'll go until 2:30 unless people got a ton of questions. Now, Matt, are you looking at getting an air fryer? And Andrew, if you want, I can help you shop on the UK site, because I do have and I could send you a link of one that I think would be workable for you. And what I would do if I was to do it a second time around, because as you could see, Andrew, I totally made the mistake. I probably bought about $100. As much as I spent on the air fryer, I have spent again on getting all the little attachments, and I'm probably only going to use about, the silicone mats definitely will be used, and the extra attachments that I got will be used. The ones that didn't fit that I bought won't be used. I'll probably use them for something, maybe camping and the other stuff. Let's see. Keen Master is great, isn't it? I don't know what Keen Master. All right, Keen Master is great, isn't it, Andrew? I use that for shooting my mobile phone to edit. Wow, use your mobile phone to edit those. Wait a second, you're not talking about that big one that you're. I'll show you my little workhorse. Right there, I got about 7 or 8 of them. Whenever you see B-roll on one of my videos, this is usually what's taking it. It's the Canon SD780IS. You can pick them up used. They're basically a bulletproof camera. Not only that, they have as long of a runtime as my M50 that is brand new. And these, I pick them up for less than $20, $25, and that's delivered. Keen Master, I'm going to have to look that up. Let me check it out. Because you guys are talking about Keen Master. I don't even know what a Keen Master is. I know it's a camera. Camera. Keen Master mobile workflow, no camera, no computer. What the world are you guys talking about? How about some images? Whoa. Oh, it's a video editor. Okay. You know what I'm using is, I use VideoPad, and this is, I keep on telling myself I'm going to stop using it, but the problem is it's so easy to use, and I've already paid for it. The other one that is not as easy to use, but I've never had any trouble for it and haven't had trouble with it. Have you heard of Shotcut? That is a freeware video editor, very powerful. I've never had trouble with lip sync, and that is my major trouble with VideoPad. Every once in a while, I'll get a file that no matter what I do to it, VideoPad will have the lip sync off after it's done editing it. And this is a file where, you know, my lips were moving and everything was perfect when it was going in. If I could just get the camera to just get up just a hair more. Top of my head keeps getting cut off by me moving in. Oh, also this week, I'm trying out something new. You know, you've always seen me bouncing. Well, that's because I've been using an exercise ball chair. This week, This thing literally just came. Ta-da! I have a little stool. I was hoping it could go about 2 inches lower than it's going right now, because I have it as low as it goes, and I'm still a little bit higher than I would like to be. I got it. I'm going to have to reposition my video cam, my webcam. Keen Master. I'm going to have to look that up. Bridget, I don't see you in here. Oh yeah, that's because you haven't been shooting yet. As soon as you get going, Bridget, you'll be able to do all these things and have the editing and everything else. All right, Andrew, so that's my my topic for the week. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of air fryer, French fries, maybe French fries and chicken, because I have figured out a way to do French fries and chicken at the same time, which is nice. So that you pull it all out, you're all set, ready to go. Now, one thing that I'm going to tell you right now, they say that you can put a full 5-pound bird into one of these things, no problem. I'm going to tell you right now, problem. They have a maximum fill, and when I put a 4.5 pounder into mine, I had to literally pack it, smush that bird down so that it broke all the rib cage, so that I get it flat enough so that it didn't go over the fill line on the air fryer. Oh yeah, Matt Andrews is the premier channel for easy recipes for cooking. And he and his mom do the most delicious dishes that you've ever seen. If you watch one of his videos, you better have eaten beforehand, because if you aren't, you're going to go raid your refrigerator and just it'll be disastrous. You'll have half the refrigerator gone before you know it. Whoa, my water's getting all over the place too. And so yeah, that's probably about the only thing that I would order. If I got an air fryer again, I'd get, actually, no, I would get the complete kit and then get the silicone pads along with the air fryer. How far? So UK and Ireland, is that's not the English Channel, is it? Where I thought the English Channel is between England and France, right? What's the separation between UK and Ireland? Or am I really showing my ignorance? Yeah, they're connected. Speaking of geographical ignorance, years ago, when I was a newly commissioned ensign in the Navy, in 1981, I'm driving west, going cross country, and I run into a couple of girls from a state which I live in currently, and they had this bicycle and pedal that was digging into, it was up on the roof of their car, and they were trying to get the bicycle off and also the pedal off the bicycle so that it wouldn't dig into the car. Evidently, they had an auto wreck or something. And I volunteered to help them. We got talking. And they said, where are you from? And I'm originally from DeWitt, New York. And I was thinking, well, okay, they probably don't know where DeWitt is. And they might not know where Syracuse is, so I'll be safe. I said, I'm from New York. And I kid you not, these girls from this state said, where's that? I asked them where they live, and they said the Valley. And I knew where that was. Okay, Andrew's coming back in 5. And Matt, I'm going to have to watch some more of you because I need to learn more about light and how to do it more effectively. One thing I've really been happy with is this new shadow box. I mean, not shadow box, soft box that I have, which I can't find the remote for at the moment, which I was going to show off. But it's fun to have, I guess, toys, I guess you could call them. The difference between boys and toys is the price of their toys. Boys and men is the price of their toys. All right, let me know any filmmaking tutorials that you'd like me to make. I'll do more stuff in the future. I think the hardest thing for me, Matt, right now is figuring out how to batch my videos, because I am, as you know, unniched in doing. I just get the feeling where I want to go 100 miles an hour down the road with every single, like this week. The logical thing would be to do one air fryer video. But no, Uncle Bill doesn't do it that way. I'm going to probably do about 4 air fryer videos. If I get the nerve up, I'm going to try to get one done after this, probably the French fry one. And I'll get them ready to go. And that's the way. I think the thing for me, since I can't batch, anything that will help make it easier to set up and take down. This office, and for some reason, I don't know why my Logitech is so small today. I'll have to check the settings when I go back in. But anything to help with setup, I guess, is little tricks. Tricks like the microphone that I have right up over here. Tricks like the smaller pieces of gear. Oh, by the way, did you check that piece of gear out? This one. This is that Movo grip gear that I was telling you about. It's really handy. Speaking of something that'll change quick on the fly. It's got three knobs. I buy these things and then I eventually find a use for them down the road. I had a microphone. I actually had my camera on the grip for this. Ta-da! There we go. No, well, what this is there's a mount for your camera, and you have also 3/8 inch mounts here in the center, these center holes, and then these are 1/4 inch threaded. So it's just it's a multi-function piece of grip gear. You can mount your camera like this. You could mount your camera if you wanted and have it be like a shoulder. Because I know you do, as you call it, gunning and running, I think. You could like put it over your shoulder with a bigger camera and actually shoot over your shoulder. And when it's really hot out, you could use it for back scratcher. I mean, this thing has so many uses, and we'll probably think of about 10 more. If you're out camping, you could probably hook a pot to it and cook over the fire. I paid a whopping less than $15 for these things. And I bought 3 of them. You could even use it for a dolly if you want, because these things will go down. So there are all sorts of things you can do with this thing. And it folds up nicely for your kit bag. I could bring out my, well, actually, we're kind of close to the end here. Ta-da! All the way back. So you can just think of about 1 million different uses for this thing. Now, the screw that they give you is a little bit not very robust. Yeah, I love multi-use too. And the where's my camera bag? Speaking of multi-use. Here's all the stuff in my camera bag. And that has my camera in it, my microphone, my one of the things that I'm notorious for is I will, if I like something, I'll buy 2 of them. It just I was telling, oh, were you around when I was talking about orthotics earlier? Matt, you got to check these guys out. If you like Super Feet, you'll love Walk Heroes. Walk Hero is basically what Super Feet was 5 years ago. And I can't say enough good things about them because I was a little bit irritated when I saw that Super Feet cost as much as my sneakers did. So I wasn't going to buy any Super Feet. And in here, in this bag, I have multiple tripods. This one, you ever see one of these, Matt? This is an oldie but a goodie. This is from the 1980s. It's a Nikon tripod, and it was designed for using as a breast pod or a tabletop pod. You could put it up against your chest like this and shoot. This is one of the coolest tripods. They have a new tripod out that everybody's using, the Switch Pod. But I would put this up against the Switch Pod because of the simple fact that this thing, I don't even know how many pounds it would hold, but I would bet that this would hold as much as any tripod on the market. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a great piece of kit. Oh, I'll show you another great piece of kit, too. It's dirt cheap, although it cost me $15. I had a friend that I sent it to overseas. It cost me more than the stupid piece of kit. Where is it? Oh, well, this is the other. This is a different one. Oh, here's one. The original Handy Pod. These things were not pretty, but they're a lot more durable than the Handy Pods are now. Had solid legs, and then what you do is you screw it in. Ta-da! I forgot where I put the other thing, but I remembered now. Everything has to be in reverse when you're on camera. Here's my clamp it. These are actually still made in the United States. This one's the V3 variant, M3 or something like that. I can't remember. Anyways, it's the clamp it 3rd version. And that's because it has, instead of a flat clamp here, it has that curvy clamp so that you can hook it onto a bar. And then a little screw mount, a 1/4-inch screw mount for your camera or light or whatever you want to hook onto it. I had 2 of them in here, but I guess, well, I have things all over my study, so I knew I'd have another one within reach. Now, the only problem with these, unfortunately, is you see where it's bare metal there? That's not supposed to be bare metal. The glue that he's using right now is not adequate, or there's something with the neoprene where it reacts with the paint. If you clamp them off to paint, they might stick and it might fall off. You can just use shoe glue. I've already done that on one of them. And now this one goes back into my kit bag. And the kit bag also has in there, I'm not going to totally unpack it because that's not what this, if you want on a future webinar, broadcast live, I will do the whole kit bag. We could call that the weekly live, the kit bag. Yeah, I do love trying to make things more efficient. I have my dual wireless from Movo. For some reason, I just kind of like Movo microphones. It's funny because this is a cheapo, but I think it does a pretty good job. Multi-use, yes, lots of multi-use. Anybody got any last minute questions before we go and get on with the rest of our day? Is Andrew back? I don't see Andrew yet. We'll give him a little bit of chance to come back. Or did he come back? And Andrew, are you here? Actually, let's see. I haven't even typed the thing in here. Oh, there you are. Thank you, everyone. Now, does anybody have any last minute questions for Uncle Bill before we go heading off into the sunset? And I need to research into why my webcam has me zoomed in so much today. This is more than usual. I have never used a drone, Matt. I am in awe of all these people that use drones. They have, well, first off, here's my phone. I have to use it. Oh, wait a second, it's not even on. I have to use this thing, Samsung S6 Galaxy. Old phone. The battery lasts maybe about 3 hours if I have it on anything other than max power saving. So there's no way I'm going to run a drone off of this thing. And most drones, they tie into smartphones these days. Do you use a drone there, Matt? Oh, you do use a drone. You were asking Andrew if he uses a drone. Oops. Sorry, Matt. Didn't mean to interrupt. I could say, Andrew, with you could have a little you could buy one of those little micro drones where they fly indoors, and you could have it fly around your kitchen while you're cooking. That would be cool. Matt could teach us all how to do it. We could all get the Mavic drones. I'm sure they probably have a really small Mavic that would fly indoors. But that's what, And that's that piece of grip gear that I showed you, Matt. That's what hangs. Sometimes I, might hang one of these guys over a pot of food. And if I drop one of these into a pot of food, it's not like I'm dropping a Black Magic camera into a pot of food. I mean, would you like to hang that? What that thing cost you again? Like $8,000 or something, maybe even more than that. It was a monster of a camera. I love it. Yeah, DJI Mini for Andrew for his internal shots. That'd be and see, Andrew, we're gonna have all sorts of ways to have your channel all decked out even more than it is. We'll have you rivaling Mr. Beast. All right. I think we're at a point where it's a good time to Bridget's back in time for me to be saying thank you to everybody. You guys, I mean, without you, there would be no Uncle Bill. So thank you, nieces and nephews and subscribers and friends, family, Romans, countrymen. This week is Cook Week. Next week is Camp Week. And the week after that is Create, Critique, and Climb. We're going to have a great year. This is the 15th week. It's hard to believe we're into week 15. And thank you very much for sticking around for the whole broadcast. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your week. I'll be in touch with you all. And love you. Bye-bye. End.